The USS Enterprise can use magic now? I'm Mint Salad, and I saw Star Trek The Animated Series Episode 8, The Magicks of Megas-tu. It is directed by Hal Sutherland, written by Larry Brody. If you haven't seen this episode, I'll spoil it for you. The USS Enterprise is exploring in a place where they haven't explored much, when suddenly they get transported to this place where it's all run on magic, and it turns out to be in a completely different universe than their own. At first, these people are like, oh yeah, let me share all of our magic and everything we do, and then they get super antsy and be like, well, actually, we showed you too much. How about you guys just wait in the USS Enterprise and chill out, and we'll contact you a little bit later. They're trying to test the limitations of magic, what they can do with it. Of course, these people be like, bro, you can't be doing this. You're going to attract too much attention, but of course the USS Enterprise is like, we don't care. We just want to know what science is. And of course, they get transported to what seems to be back in time. They're in the 1600s. They're in the Salem witch trials. And it turns out these people were the actual witches from the Salem's witch trial. And they're trying to test out humanity like, oh, do you guys believe in Jesus and Lucifer and God? All that fun jazz. But Kirk's like, nah, man. We don't believe in Christianity as a thing. So they decide, okay, well, I guess we can hang out together, and then they exchange information and have a good time, and that's pretty much the episode. This episode gave me a whirlwind of what's happening, what's going on. First you're allowed to talk to them, and then you're not allowed to talk to them, and now you're not allowed to use magic or else you get put on those Salem witch trials because it's like some sort of revenge fantasy or something. Wait, why is it specifically the Salem witch trials? Oh, it's because you guys were part of that. Wait, why did you guys be part of the Earth during that time? Why not sooner? Why not later? One interaction with humanity really turned you off to that species? I guess that would make sense. If you live in a universe filled with many species and you deal with one that kind of suck, I think you would just stay away from the ones that kind of suck. They decide not to banish the USS Enterprise because they're like, oh, it was weird how you guys got in this universe in the first place. It's not exactly explained in the biggest brain logic possible to use why they went to this universe. Of course, in Star Trek fashion, they always explain it. But this time, it didn't really wrap in my head. I was just like, oh, this is a weird episode. I feel like just a lot of concepts are being thrown at the wall to see what sticks. And this one definitely did not stick. Of course, I would have loved to see an all-magic Star Trek episode, but I feel like this was not really the good execution. There's too many ideas put together. You got the people with the magic, and then they are now part of human society. I just think this episode is loaded with too much concept. It doesn't really lay any specific detail to attention on any plot. It could have picked one and run with it for the rest of the episode, but it chooses to pick three and then kind of doesn't delve deep into the concepts. I feel like more could have been explored with the magic thing. I feel like more could have been explored with the Salem witch trials. A lot could have been explored. How did they get there in the first place? There's a lot, and there's only so little time to explain it all that I feel like a lot of the details are cheated in this episode. It's a strong concept, but poor-ish execution. It's just kind of confusing and muddy a little bit. I don't remember there being a very distinct image from this episode or a very distinct color palette besides from what is already shown. Of course, there was a lot of oranginess during the Salem witch trials because there's the fire, but everything else, I don't know. I didn't feel any very specific use of colors in this one. It just kind of felt like the colors were picked arbitrarily and then just placed throughout the scene. And it's not the most visually cohesive scene in the world, but it's serviceable. The animation is serviceable too. I will note that I haven't noticed any change in the quality in the animation. It's pretty much been consistent, which I do appreciate. This is a weird episode. Let me know what you think of it. If you've watched this far, be sure to hit a subscribe, like this video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm so more people can see reviews like this. So thank you, and leave a comment while you're at it. I gotta give this one, it's a solid, I don't know, it's a solid 6.3 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another on the platform you like, so $20 donos, patreon.com/ASEPresents, one movie review per 1 month. Go to Linktree to support the daily grindiness of all them daily movies, so you can go here. And until next time, in salad sauce, see you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits. Alright, beam me up!